We are beginning our Module 1 for Literacy and Science, and the first lesson is about adaptations. And we are going to look at some animals and their adaptations. And we might ask, what is adaptation? Adaptation is anything that helps an organism survive in its environment. It is also refers to the ability of living things to adjust to different conditions within their environments. In its structural environment, their protective coloration, mimicry, behavior adaptations, migration, hibernation. Miss Wise, what does all of those things mean? I am so glad you asked. Let's look at some of these definitions and go through them. Structural adaptations. This involves the parts of an animal's body. For instance, for a shark, it involves its teeth, its body coverings, and its movement. All of those has to do with structural adaptations. Protective coloration. The coloration resembles the animal's background, its environment, to help it survive and to hide from prey, or if it's a predator, to hide to try and catch its food. So in other words, it could be camouflaged. Mimicry is when an animal mimics its surroundings. For instance, look at the butterfly. So the butterfly won't be killed. It is mimicking the owl's eyes. And the same for these snakes. They mimic their background. Behavior adaptations. This includes activities that help the animal survive. Behavior adaptations can be learned or they're instinctive. Instinctive means they have been born with. So, for instance, you were not taught to blink your eyes. You were born blinking your eyes. And this is all part of behavior adaptations. There's a social behavior, and then there is a behavior for protection. Migration. This is when animals go from one place to another. For instance, the monarch butterfly. It flies from the north to the south for winter so that it can find food and it can survive in the climate. And then when winter is about over, it starts to head north and it goes to where it can find better food. Hibernation. This is when animals go into a deep, deep sleep and their body temperature droops and they just become inactive. In the picture, you see bats and woodchucks and bears. These animals all hibernate for the winter. Now let's talk some more about adaptation in class. What do you think you will learn about adaptation?